In this tutorial, we will create a very simple Shiny app. There wouldn't be any complex computations or in fact, any computations. We will just display some text in the title panel, sidebar panel, and the main panel. We'll start with creating the two files needed for the app to run, and it's ui.R and server.R files. We'll save them in the working directory or any other folder in the desktop in the system, and finally we'll run the app. Okay, so here is how the app would look like. We will display text here in the title panel. We will also display some text in the sidebar panel, kind of different headings, and also this is the main panel, and we will also display some text. So it's okay. So we are in our studio, and the first thing we should do is we will make sure that we are in the correct working directory. So let's go ahead and check the working directory real quick. Okay, it's not what I want, so let me set the working directory to where I want to save my files. Okay, so this is where I want to save my files. Just to double check, yes, I have the working directory set up properly. Now the next thing you may want to do is install the Shiny package, and to do that we will type install.packages followed by Shiny. And since I already have it installed, I'm not going to install the package, but this is the command which you're going to use to install the package. Instead, what I'm going to do is I will just load the package by saying library Shiny. Okay, so now since I have the Shiny package loaded, we can go ahead and start creating the file. We'll start with the creating the layout. So once again, in the file, since we want to make it reproducible, so it's always good to put the it's always good to write the library functions so that the Shiny package is loaded, and we will tell R that we are talking about Shiny UI. So I will be creating first a basic structure of the ui.R file, and we can follow that structure whenever we create Shiny apps. So within Shiny, and this Shiny UI function tells R that we are talking about the user interface or UI file, and we will be using fluid page layout. We also have different other layout structures, but for this example we'll be using fluid page. And within fluid page, we have two key components. One is the title panel, and the other one is sidebar layout. And within sidebar layout we have two functions, and these two functions are sidebar panel and the main panel. So notice that I have not put anything inside these functions. It's just the layout. It's easy if we put this layout and start filling in the the widgets or whatever we want to print inside them later on, but first put this layout. This makes our life easier. So let us go ahead and save this as ui.R. Okay, so we will go ahead and start building the code for printing or displaying the text. In the title panel, we will say title equals this is my first shiny app. Hello, shiny. Okay, in the sidebar panel, similar kind of message. This is sidebar panel, and we can put similar kind of text here. This is the main panel text. Output is displayed here. Okay, so we can now go and run the app. There are two ways to run the app. We can either click here on the run app button, or we can also type the command run app, and we will see that we will get some error, and we will see we will know why. Okay, so um, we got this error because remember in the first video we saw that it's very important that we have two files, the ui.R and the server.R files stored in the same directory. And what we did is we created the ui.R, but we did not create the server.R. So let's go ahead and create the server.R file and then run the app. So I will create a new R script and load the shiny package. Okay, then I will tell R that we are talking about shiny server, and in shiny server uh, in this shiny server function it takes the argument as another function, and this function take two arguments, the input and output. Okay, at this moment we are not taking any user input in the ui.R or basically in our layout, so there is nothing which is stored as or which is captured as user input and which would be passed to the server.R. So we will just leave it blank. We are not going to write any function or expressions here which will manipulate or compute the input from the user. So just leave it blank, and let's go ahead and save this as server.R. Okay, so now we can go ahead and run our app. Okay, and this time we see that this is our title. This is my shiny app, hello shiny, and this is the sidebar layout which has sidebar panel as well as the main panel. Okay, so let's do some more modification to our code, and maybe we can add some more text here and do some formatting and stuff. Let's go back. Okay, in our ui.R I want to add some formatting, and for that I can use the heading tags as we do in HTML, and I can specify that this is um, say heading, and I can also give another heading here, say widget 4, and maybe one more as widget 5. Similarly, in the main panel, I can also give some formatting and say h4 This is the main panel text. I'll put text here. Okay, I can give one more heading h5. This is the output 5. Okay, we can also position the sidebar layout. Remember, sidebar layout was appearing in the left hand side. If I want it to appear in the right hand side, I can also give position equals right. And so let's go ahead and run the app once again and see how it goes. Okay, forgot to put the comma. Okay, so we see the app. We see that the sidebar panel is on the right hand side. Also, if you see that we have the formatting now, and the first text which appears in the main panel is actually a heading, and the second one is subheading. In on the right hand side we see the sidebar panel, and we also have formatting here. So with this we have created our first Shiny app, and in the next video we will add some widgets and play around with the widgets.